So really what you do when you do this practice, or any practice seriously over enough time, is that you allow yourself to be transformed from what I would call a regular life. I mean, nothing wrong with a regular life. Most people have it, right? You're born, you're a teenager, you start to have problems, hormones are flying everywhere, etc. And then sometimes you find somebody and you get married, and that either works out or doesn't work out, and then you either have some kids or you don't, and then you struggle for years and years with a job and a career and all the tensions and difficulties with that. And then you start to get older, and then you see, oh well, I'm not going to live so many more years, how do I deal with that? So, all these different phases of life have their own challenges. But if we can learn to really be immersed in this deeper state, then all of those phases will become freer and better. We become a better student in school, we become a better husband, wife, person living alone. Whatever it is that our life is, we can do it better with deeper satisfaction and freedom, including going into death. Because we have been tasting that which is beyond life and death. And when you taste that for long enough, then it's not so frightening to leave behind this body and identity. There's something beyond it. I mean, you know it in your body, not just in your mind. And it's really a wonderful refuge to take. The Buddhists speak a lot of taking refuge. Take refuge in the practice, in the Sangha, the group that you practice with, the teacher, the teaching. It gives you a different way of relating to the practical aspects of your life. So what we are trying to do, and what we are doing, is to move from being regular, in the sense of just living through all those phases in more or less an unconscious state, in the sense that we don't really have a goal for anything else. We just go through the motions of what everybody else is doing and what our parents taught us and so on. But then, some people at some point along the way become seekers. They start to have a sense, and I had that. I said, well, gee, there must be more to life than this. Is this all there is? It's not that attractive. And so I started to feel an urge, yearning for something deeper. And then you start a practice, you meet somebody who can help you with that. In my case, I met Rudy, and then I was an initiate. He initiated me into the practice, and I worked deeply with him for 3.5 years. And then it was very clear in me what the goal of life is. The goal of life is to just be free of yourself. Free of yourself with a little s, and opened up into the self with a big S. And then as you do that long enough, put your energy and your focus on that long enough, then you become what your goal is. Ultimately, you become that oneness that you wish for when you become a seeker, that deeper oneness, that deeper love, that deeper experience of energy. Then you start to have glimpses of it as an initiate, and then eventually you realize, oh, that's all there is, that's all I am, and it's enough. I have nothing that I need to run around trying to get. I already have it all. And it's such a weight off your shoulder. It really is. And to be able to share that then with other people is really, really blissful. And you can share it with one person in a lot of depth, and you can share it with some people maybe in a little bit less depth, or if you're lucky you can share it with many people in a lot of depth. But no matter what, you have that attitude that you are open to sharing it. You're actually sharing it with everybody, even the people at the airport, who are grumpy or this or that. Oh, you feel from within yourself, well, they are also the self with a big S. They are, that deeper energy. They just have all these clouds covering it up. And maybe by giving them a smile, you can invite them to, okay, be a little lighter about it. It's possible. So it's a natural transformation that happens, as I've seen in some of you and other people, and that I've certainly experienced myself. And I'm very grateful for it. It really is nothing else to say, because we really are not just trying to live with a little less stress. We're trying to really dig in there and free ourselves from the whole thing. And this, of course, is the most challenging job you can take on. But it's also the most rewarding.